Hi there, welcome to episode 3. I'm Zombie Pirates, and today we're going to be looking at Sega! And this is my top 5 games on the Mega Drive. Let's do it.
One sign come to me, try to stop the nightmares in my head. Stone, burning soul, scourge of the undead. Come on!
If, however, you lived over in North America and asking yourself, what the hell is a Mega Drive? Then the answer is, it's just a Genesis. Don't ask me why they named it differently, just go with it. It's all one big Sega family. But enough with the voices. Let's do this.
Number 5.
Starting from the back of the list, number 5. Castle of Illusion. You're probably thinking, what the hell? Why have you added this game in here? Well, in some ways I was thinking just that. But you've got to ask yourself, have you actually beaten this game? Because not a lot of people have. And it is one of my first games on the Mega Drive. And I did beat it. So the game was released in 1991. Castle of Illusion takes control of Mickey Mouse as he goes forth inside the Castle of Illusion in order to rescue Minnie Mouse from the evil witch Ms. Rebel, who wants to steal Minnie's youth. Castle of Illusion is a side-scrolling platform. You play as Mickey Mouse armed with apples. Early concepts to this game had Mickey alternately throw acorns, but instead Disney deemed this way too aggressive. Defeat your foes by jumping on them using your bum. How is it I can't throw acorns but I can destroy them using my bum? Rather than using your bum, you can also throw an apple. Disney said it was okay. Take that, you. Damn, apples are dangerous. Glad I didn't throw an acorn, eh? The levels are the Enchanted Forest, Toyland, the Storm, Desert Factory, the Library, and finally, the Castle, each as hard as each other. The first level of the forest comes to life with this lovable jingle with a false pretense that you are in a safe zone, but everything wants to literally kill you. Even apples become dangerous, especially when they're bigger than you. Collect the 7 gems and slay thy foes and the witch Ms. Rebel to reclaim Minnie Mouse so they can get back to happily dancing in the meadow again.
Number 4.
Golden Axe, released in 1990. A medieval fantasy world where several heroes have the task of saving the king and his daughter and recovering the legendary Golden Axe from the vile dictator Death Adder and restoring peace to Uria. Golden Axe is a side-scrolling beat-em-up hack-and-slash arcade game. This Sega version added a new duel mode where you could play against your friends in Mortal Kombat. A single or 2-player game, you get to choose Gilius, Thunderhead, Axe Battler or Tyrese Flare. All have different weapons and different special magic attacks. At the beginning you have the option to choose your difficulty and add a couple of extra bars of life. The aim of the game is stay alive, avoid being hit, take out your enemy swiftly, use everything to your advantage, beat down your opponent and throw them off the edge. Do it! And do not be scared to use your special magic attack to get you out of shit. If you are wondering how Golden Axe has held up over the years, where it is as difficult as ever, you will find yourself really easily surrounded by enemies. I have a habit of starting these classic beat-em-ups by pushing the special magic attack button totally by accident. What a waste. Collect the little magic bottles and health potions of the annoying elfmen and watch out for the large holes as it's a long dive down and will cost you a whole life. You can to your advantage ride the beasts as the enemy rides them into the screen, but can be easily kicked off at any given moment. Golden Axe is a classic, a unique game and one of its kind. I totally recommend this game as a 1-player and even better as a 2-player game. Hey, why not try it today?
Number 3.
Ghouls and Ghosts. In Japan, roughly translated, Great Demon World Village. This game was released in 1989. Knight Arthur and the princess are sort of on a date together in a cemetery when they're confronted by a winged demon, a Satan, where he captures the princess. The story follows Arthur as he sets forth to Astaroth's castle to reclaim his love. The gameplay for Ghouls and Ghosts is remarkably similar to that of Ghosts and Goblins. You, the player, control Knight Arthur. You advance through a series of eerie levels, defeating a number of undead and demonic creatures, all for revenge. You can jump, shoot and power up. Great thing about this version of the Sega is now you can fire up or down. A few upgrades since Ghosts and Goblins. Arthur is now given a bigger selection of weapons, an additional golden armour, and upgrades your current weapon. You can also use a charge attack to vanquish your foes. The use of throwing weapons up and down was greatly received. The aim of the game is just basically stay alive. That is the aim, and to set free the princess. You may be playing a lot of this game in your boxers. No, not you, the character. That is because the game is bloody hard. Gain any power-ups you can and stay away from that dreaded axe. What makes this game great is the music tracks, artwork and sheer fun. But the game is hard. Everything is out to get you. Guillotines, skeleton murderers, vultures, even the weather. This can be multiplied if by some of the worst weapons. You can find yourself absolutely screwed over by the random weapons found in each of the treasure chests and end up with a stupid weapon, namely the axe again. Using some of the worst weapons, you will find yourself in a position where you cannot go anywhere because you are completely trapped. Best course of action is just to die and hope another weapon spawns, such as the Great Dagger. For me, this weapon is an all-round weapon. The other thing is the treasure chest that contains the magician will try and curse you, turning you into a duck or an old man, really at the wrong time. But despite all these crazy situations, I love this game, and its difficulty makes it part of the fun. These evil villains just keep coming. Do not stop, keep going, and hopefully will not be knocked back into a hole several times, over and over again. The only problem is, if this happens enough, it is just simply game over. If you beat all the stages, then you will be rewarded with an opportunity to start the game over again, but with the special Psycho Cannon, the weapon used to defeat Lucifer. Beat the game, and you are a true hero.
Number 2.
Castlevania Bloodlines, the new generation. Released in 1994, Bloodlines is the 13th Castlevania game to be released at the time. 3 years after the Super Castlevania's release. This is actually crazy. 14 of them. The story goes as Elizabeth Bartley has been resurrected by black magic, and the evil Countess' goal is to ultimately resurrect Count Dracula. But the Belmont descendants will follow them across the ends of the earth to prevent this. Your character this time, you can choose between John Morris, armed with a legendary whip. He is a distant descendant of the famed Belmont and Morris families, and Eric Lecaillat, also a descendant of Belmont family and armed with the great Eric Alcard's spear. As soon as you start the game, you're treated to a 16-bit remake of the NES intro. This is a platform and a side story of the Castlevania series. This game went under censorship for PAL regions in Australia, so anything too graphic such as blood splatter was removed. Even the title was changed from Bloodline to the New Generation. The aim of the game was simply defeat Elizabeth Bartley, preventing her resurrecting Count Dracula. The Castlevania with the bonus of choosing where you land. Both players have different abilities. Bloodlines contain 6 stages in the style of NES Castlevania. There are quite a few similarities between the two. Just like this area, make sure you keep your wits about you, or suddenly it's game over for you.
Even the Medusa heads are back. And they're back for good.
Level 2 shows impressive reflection visuals in the water, showing off some of the 16-bit tech. You can tell Sega were trying to show off here. There are many villains in this game that are open to a can of whoop ass, but these guys have it coming more than any of them, which are the skeletons. You have blue skeletons, flaming skeletons, red skeletons, mace skeletons, skeletons with swords, skeletons with both, tormenting giant skeletons, skeletons with hard hats. Hell, you even have barrel skeletons. The boss always reminded me of the Black Knight from Monty Python and Holy Grail.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left.
Yes, I have. Look! Just a flesh wound.
How even though body parts start to fall, but he keeps going. The end goal is to complete all stages and fight in the resurrected Count Dracula, but this is no easy feat. When you beat the game, you can try playing as an alternative character and try and beat the game from a different perspective.
Number 1.
Before Michael Bay, there was Shinobi III, exploding into action following on from the predecessor, Shinobi II. Released in 1993, also known as the Super Shinobi in Japan, Joe Musashi once again must become the Shinobi, stronger than steel and faster than a whirlwind. Everything exploded in the 80s. Watch how every time you kill your enemy, they simply explode. Maybe there is more to this Master Ninja, but hey man, that's one sure way to make sure he's dead. This game had it all. Great music, great artwork, and great playability. Shinobi 3, Michael Bay's teacher. Ninja horse riding and rocket powered surfboard ninja math. There'll be spin, death kick, run, bounce off walls, climb ropes in Shinobi style. He can even dance. Watch those dance moves. Yeah man, he's got it. Yeah, getting down. Yeah. The best part of the Shinobi is the nice selection of special abilities. Vulnerability, 4 pillars of devastating fire destroying your foe, multiply additional jump ability, and a kamikaze move that'll even make you lose your virginity, but you will lose a life doing this. The Shinobi reeks of awesomeness, using his agility, his wits, and all his training. The Shinobi is a one-man killing machine, taking on everyone that gets in his way, kicking ass in the morning and taking names in the evening. Shinobi 3 is fun more than anything. 7 rounds to complete, containing bosses along the way and their own unique fighting style. Why not venture back to 1993 and become the Shinobi? He's waiting for you. So that about wraps it up for now. That was my top 5 Mega Drives that I personally owned. Well, some of the ones I used to own. Other games were probably the ones I borrowed off friends, but I was quite reluctant to kind of give them back at the time. Namely, Shinobi 3. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I did making it. And please leave a comment in the description of maybe your 5 top Sega Mega Drive games. And if you'd send a like and subscribe, that'd be absolutely awesome. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. That's it for now. If you like what you saw, please subscribe or hit the like button. That would be absolutely awesome. Yeah, man.